Hey guys, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez. I'm coming at you with a interesting video on how Trump and Biden can tie. Now I know what you're saying, like, isn't the election already called for Biden? Isn't he gonna win? Or isn't whatever people have said, one news is just lying to you. And I'm not one of these like conspiracies, although I used to be one of these conspiracy theorists, these like government does this and government does that. Conspiracy theorists give far too much credit for the government. Again, I was one of them, like full blown Alex Jones shit. And I actually joined the military partly because I thought I could help change things. I thought, okay, we're not going to see any change from the top down. It's going to come from the bottom up. And then I got in, and then I realized government cannot handle a goddamn thing. Government is so freaking inefficient. I became Brown Ron Swanson. They give people give government far too much credit. Nobody knows what the fudge they're doing. So how can Biden and Trump tie? They're like, okay, well, no, Biden has Arizona and he might get Nevada, but Trump's probably going to get these states on the right. Pennsylvania, North Carolina, and Georgia. But here's something that the Associated Press and Fox News. I don't know if they've been fighting over it. Who has the best coverage of it? But similar to when news stations kind of like take the first report that they find of like mass shootings, like this person said this, there's like 8 people here and they always had these different guns, and then finally after a couple of hours you realize, okay, no, there was 2 shooters and they only had these types of guns, and this person was just crazy and you just took that as fact, and this person is just had an adrenaline rush, they don't know what the fuck's going on. It seems like news stations a lot of days, they just want to be the first person to report something even if it's not true, and they did this with Virginia. They called Virginia for Biden far too early. Now, obviously, Virginia did wind up going to Biden, but for a long time, it was like, oh, wait, Trump is winning Virginia, still winning Virginia, still winning. Okay, Biden's winning now, but it's still close. Like, they should not have called it that quickly. And they did the same thing with Arizona. Now, Arizona is still in play. They called it, Associated Press and Fox News called it for Biden, but without however many hundreds of thousands of votes still left. And if Trump won, like, say, 59% across the board, he would still win. Now, he has done that so far, so it is still in play, plus or minus a couple of votes. He's gaining a lot of traction in Arizona. And again, this is not like a pro-Trump thing. It's not like an anti-Biden thing or a pro-Biden, anti-Trump thing. This is just something that I thought was cool. Now, a lot of people, like, up until today, I thought, okay, Trump is winning Pennsylvania, North Carolina, and Georgia, and he just has to maybe win Nevada, and then that'd be it. But it looks like Trump is losing a lot of ground in Pennsylvania, so he will still probably win Georgia and North Carolina. So there's a decent amount of leaving those, a lot of percentages counted. He'll probably win those. Pennsylvania could flip for Biden, and if it does that, Trump will not get the 270 thing that he needs. If he were to get Pennsylvania, and I'm sorry, Georgia. I'm so sorry, Georgia. Trump will probably get those 2, but if he loses Georgia, this is something that if he gets Pennsylvania, Alabama, North Carolina, and I'm sorry, if he gets Pennsylvania, North Carolina, and then he gets Nevada and Arizona, because again, those 2, Nevada and Arizona, are still in play, he gets 269. Where if Biden loses Arizona, his count goes from 264 to 233, but then if he gains Georgia, that's 16 electoral votes, bringing him to 269. Now, what happens when they both get 269? Well, this has not happened in 220 years. Last time this happened was 1800, and they decided then that the House would decide. And it's not what you're thinking, okay, 500 something, the Democrats have the House. Yes, they do. But it goes by state. Each state gets a delegate. And right now, even though there's more representatives of the Democratic Party in the House, Republicans have 26 delegates. Democrats only have 24. So most likely, what they would do, the House chooses the president, and they would most likely vote Trump, but the Senate chooses vice president. Now with this, you're probably going to get them to vote for Trump again because they have the majority, but they can get someone to flip. You could have someone that has a Trump presidency with a Kamala Harris vice president. Now, also the opposite could happen. People could flip in Congress, and you could have a Biden presidency with a Michael Pence vice presidency. It's something that I thought was really interesting. It hasn't happened in 220 years, but it is possible. That being said, I do think that Trump, if any state is going to flip for Biden, it's probably going to be Pennsylvania, not Georgia. Trump will most likely win Georgia, but again, it's just something that is possible. It is greater than 0% chance. That's all I'm saying. All right. I love you guys. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. I just thought this was cool and interesting. Let me know what you like. All right. Goodbye. I love you. Meow.